Obi says you have a proposition.
Yes, I do. I want to work alongside you so I can elevate.
Bold of you to make demands after a hit on Monet. I hear whoever it was didn't finish the job.
Nah, that wasn't me.
There seem to be differing opinions on the matter.
Thought you got away with it, motherfucker?
With what?
And I saw you, Tariq. You tried to kill our mother.
You almost killed me too.
Anya Covington.
Tariq, what did you just say?
Anya Covington. Yes, your daughter. If anything happens to me or my family ever, I'll send them people right after your daughter.
Clever boy. Never without a plan, are you? But perhaps you've flown too close to the sun, love.
Hey, what the fuck, Effie?
I'm so sorry, Tariq.
What the fuck did you do?
I told Noma that you were threatening her daughter. We're working together and I have a future with her, so couldn't let that happen.
Been wanting to do this for a long time.
Obi called me. He said he owed you something about green cards. He said they were gonna fucking clip you. What do we do now?
Man, I don't know. I think we just started a fucking war, though.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy DC, and I'm here with a new reaction video to Power Book 2 Go Season 3, Episode 10. This is the recap. Now, if you're a huge fan of Power like me, and you like the videos I upload and create, make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button and turn on your post bell notifications to get notified every time I upload a video. Also, leave your comments and theories down below in the comment box. Now, before I start this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to everybody that subscribed to my channel these last couple of days. The last video that I uploaded about the Power Book 4 Force Season 2 teaser breakdown gained a nice amount of views, and it got me a lot of new subscribers as well. So I just want to give a huge shout out to everybody that subscribed to my channel. I really do appreciate it. And if you haven't seen it already, make sure you watch my Power Book 4 Force Season 2 teaser breakdown. Now, overall, Episode 10 was straight up fire. This season finale was epic. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect everybody to turn on my boy Tariq like that. But my boy Brayden St. Patrick Egan came through the last minute and saved my boy Tariq. Shout out to your boy Brayden, because I'm not gonna lie, it was looking ugly for Tariq. And all I gotta say is to the Tejada family, and Noma and Effie, count y'all days. That's all I gotta say. Count y'all days. It's up in Season 4. Y'all about to really find out why Tariq's last name is St. Patrick. Y'all about to see Ghost 2.0 go off. Tariq and Brayden is about to go off in Season 4, and I can't wait to see what happens next. But we about to jump into this recap because a lot happened in this episode, and I got a lot of stuff I need to talk about. So enough talking. Let's get into this video. Now, the episode starts off with Tariq and Brayden. We see Brayden meeting up with Tariq at the hospital, and Tariq tells Brayden that Tommy got his mom and he needs to find her ASAP. Brayden wants to know how did Tommy find Tariq's mom's address, and he tells him that Sack sent the letter to everyone as a failed safety, just in case he was killed for being a rat. He then tells Brayden that Sack sent the letter with his mom's address to Monet, and Monet gave that letter to Tommy afterwards. And he tells Brayden he's going to kill Tommy and Monet when it's all said and done. Brayden tells Tariq that isn't a good idea right now due to the fact that Lauren is getting ready to testify against Effie, and Effie is still locked up. They need to focus on Effie and making sure Effie doesn't snitch on nobody in the organization. Brayden then asks Tariq if there's anything he could do for him in the meantime, and Tariq asks Brayden if he's strapped, and Brayden tells him yeah, and he hands Tariq over his gun after he asks for it, and they tell each other they're going to meet up with each other later on in the episode. Now we get to the next scene with Noma and Monet finally meets Noma for the first time, and I've been waiting for these two to meet all season long, and I'm low-key glad it's finally happening now. I'm mad that it took 10 episodes for these two to meet, but I'm glad it happened sooner than later. Now, Noma want to know why did Monet call a meeting between both of them, and Monet tells Noma she could be her solution to her problems by letting her take over the business since Effie is locked up, the Jamaican ad boys is dead, and Tariq Wall Street operation is shut down. And Noma had no idea about Effie being arrested until Monet told her about it. And Obi tells Noma he didn't let her know about Effie's arrest because he wasn't trying to worry her about it. And he was told everything was going to be taken care of. Noma tells Monet before she could do business with her, she wants to know what happened to her fiancé, Mecca. And Noma shows Monet the blue diamond ring that Mecca promised her. Monet tells Noma that she's not going to admit to anything, but she tells her that she would do anything to protect her family. And I honestly think in this moment right here, Noma realized that Monet might have took out Mecca. And I honestly thought Noma was going to smoke Monet for killing Mecca, but I guess not. And these two is going to be working together moving forward. Noma tells Obi she can't tolerate any deception, and she sliced the hell out that boy's face. I'm not gonna lie, she left that boy with a Wakanda scar on his face. That was a big ass scar, and this might cost Noma later on in the future, because Obi is getting tired of taking orders from her, And I got a feeling Obi is going to join forces with Tariq now that Tariq helped his family get green cards to come to America. And this might cost Obi his life too, but we just going to have to wait and see what happens next. And I can't wait to see what happens in season 4. Now, Tariq shows up at Tommy Mom's house, and we get the return of Kate Egan, another one of the original members from the OG Power. And Stars was bringing back all the OGs these last 2 episodes. I'm not gonna lie, they need to do this more often and bring back some of the OGs from the original Power. Because they got a lot of characters from the original Power that still has very interesting storylines to tell. And hopefully, we see more of the OGs from the original Power returning these spinoffs later on in the future. Now, Tariq wants to know where is Tommy at. He tells Kate that Tommy was the last one to know about his mother's whereabouts. And he tells her that if Tommy hurts his mom, he's not going to stop coming after him until he finds him. And Kate had to tell Tariq to chill out. She tells him he needs to take his hand off his gun and relax. Tommy is not there, and he is not in no danger there. Like, Tariq wasn't trying to hear anything Kate had to say, nor was he going for her bullshit either. But Kate was able to convince Tariq to chill out, and he ended up taking his hand off his gun afterwards. Now, Tariq and Kate is having a conversation, and she tells Tariq that somebody by the name of Monique with red hair dropped off a letter with Tasha's address to her. And Tariq realizes that Monet was the one that allegedly dropped off the letter to Tommy Mom's house that had Tasha's address in it. But we find out later on in the episode that Diana's sneaky ass was the one that dropped off that letter. Tariq tells Kate he wants her to tell Tommy that he came by looking for him since she told him about the letter that was dropped off to her house. And Kate tells Tariq that her son is a dangerous man and he doesn't want to get on his bad side. And Tariq tells Kate that him and Tommy got the same thing in common. And later on in the episode, Tariq was finally able to confront his Uncle Tommy about Tasha missing and her whereabouts. Now, Blanca, Jenny, and Agent Medina meets up with Lauren. And Lauren is in there looking at the investigation board that they have of Tariq and the Tejada family. And Lauren wants to know if Cooper Sack's death is related to Tariq. And Jenny was up in there lying as usual, talking about, yeah, Tariq has something to do with Cooper Sack's death, knowing damn well that Theo Rollins was the one that took out Sacks. I swear, Jenny be pissing me off trying to pin everything on Tariq. Now, Jenny, Blanca, and Medina is trying to prepare Lauren to testify against Effie later on in the episode. And Jenny tells Lauren that they want her to put all the blame on Effie so they can finally get justice for what Effie did to Lauren. And Lauren wasn't feeling this at all. She was up in there telling them that her life will never be the same and she wants to just go home and go back to her family. And Jenny was up in there telling her, like, you'll see your family soon that you done testifying against Effie. Like, Jenny is just shiesty. The way she been moving all season, lying to Lauren, manipulating her to try to get her to flip against Tariq and Tejada organization is foul as hell. But I'm glad Lauren stuck to her guns and did not testify against Effie later on in the episode. Now we get to the next scene with the Tejadas, Tariq, and Brayden, and Obi tells them that Monet is now in charge of their business and they need to do what she say and follow her orders or else Noma is going to kill them. And this pissed everybody off. Drew was pissed the hell off. Drew was not trying to hear that. He was trying to walk out when he found out Monet was not in charge. But Kane had to tell him to kick back, relax, calm down, and ain't that serious. But Drew wasn't trying to hear that. Drew already knew what time it was with Monet. He already knew what she was on, trying to gain control of their business so she could have control of her kids. Drew already knew what's up. Drew was not trying to hear it, and he wasn't trying to have it. Now, Monet and Tariq is having a conversation, and Monet pulls out a strap on Tariq, and she wants to know why did Tariq tell her kids that she has something to do with Lorenzo's death. Tariq tells her he didn't tell him anything about it, and he wants to know why did Monet send Tommy after Tasha. Monet tells him she didn't have anything to do with that as well, and he's lucky he's not there right now because he still owes her money. And she tells Tariq that he needs to make sure his girlfriend is Lauren and Effie don't snitch on him to the feds. And Tariq was about to get ready to pop Monet ass, I'm not gonna lie. If Obi didn't step in and tell Tariq to chill out, Tariq would have most likely took out Monet right there and there, but Obi had to tell Tariq to chill out. This ain't the time or place for that, just kick back and relax. Now, Obi tells Tariq that his family in Nigeria was able to get the green cards, and Noma put her hands on him for not telling her the truth about Effie being arrested earlier on in the episode. Obi then tells Tariq to use his time wisely to get back on Noma's good side. But the way episode 10 ended, I honestly don't think Tariq and Noma's going to be cool anymore. And I can't wait to see what happens next with their storyline in season 4. Now, as Tariq is getting ready to follow Monet, Tommy pulls up on Tariq, and Tommy tells him not to do anything stupid and follow him. Now, Tariq and Tommy links up to have a conversation, and Tariq pulls out the strap on Tommy, and he tells Tommy he's going to kill him if he doesn't tell him where his mom is at. Tommy tells Tariq that he'll tell him after he lowered his gun first, and Tariq lowers his gun, and Tommy tells Tariq that him and Tasha squashed their beef. And we see a flashback of what happened the night Tommy tried to kill Tasha, and we found out that Tasha was the one that knocked Tariq out, so he wouldn't shoot Tommy. Now, Tasha tells Tommy that she saved his life again. They need to squash their beef that they have. And Tommy agrees to squash the beef with Tasha. He tells Tasha that he wished they could ride around the city like old times and smoke a blunt together. He tells her that he has a half-brother now, and he has a nephew, and he's serious about squashing the beef between them two. And Tommy and Tasha was finally able to put their issues behind them once and for all, and squash this beef. And hopefully we get this crossover episode that they've been teasing at for the longest. I believe this right here is setting up for this crossover episode that is about to happen in the future. So hopefully we get this crossover episode sooner than later, now that Tariq, Tommy, and Tasha is back cool again. Tariq tells Tommy that Monet made a move against him and he needs to retaliate. But Tommy tells him he ain't got no allies and it's going to be hard for him to write a war out from the back of a classroom. He explains to him that his father tried to write out a war from two different sides of the world and it cost him at the end of the day. And if he wants to survive, he's either a civilian or a gangster. Tariq then asks Tommy if he cares about him so much like he say he does. Can he help him out to have his back in his war? And Tommy had to let Tariq know that this wasn't his war. And in New York City, he's already dead. And I got a major feeling that Tariq and Tommy is going to team up later on in the future. I just can't see Tommy not helping Tariq out with his war. I feel like Tommy gonna find a way to help Tariq out with this war, but he might have to do it from Chicago. Because like Tommy said, he already dead in New York City, and he can't be seen around New York City. So I believe these two is going to team up later on in the future. And when they do, any enemies that Tariq and Tommy got better watch out. And y'all don't want to mess with Tariq and Tommy if they come together. These two alone can knock off a lot of people. So if these two come together, any enemies that Tariq and Tommy got might as well start counting their days and digging their own graves. Now we get to the next scene with Rashad Tate. And Rashad Tate has got the news that he's most likely going to win a Congress seat. And Rashad Tate is happy once he hears this news, but he tells everyone not to jinx him yet. Now Harper congratulates Tate, and she tells him that she is happy he's finally becoming the man that she knew he could always be. And she asks him if they could try out their relationship again. Tate tells her that they can, but only if he does it the right way. And your boy Rashad Tate got on one knee and proposes to your girl Harper Bennett, and she said yes. And as of right now, your girl Harper Bennett and Rashad Tate is engaged. But we know later on in the episode, Harper ends up finding out that Rashad Tate is still up to his old ways, and he is not the changed man that she thought he was. Now, Drew, Diana, and Kane is having a conversation, and Diana and Drew is pissed off about Monet taking control over Noma's business and forcing them to work for her. And Kane tells him that he's not really tripping like that about Monet taking over the business, and Drew got pissed off once he heard this. He tells Kane he always thinking about himself, and they end up getting into a shoving match with each other until Diana stepped in and broke it up. Kane then asks Diana and Drew when will they realize that they don't live normal lives like everybody else does. And Kane had to let Diana and Drew know the truth about themselves. He told Drew that he was never going to be an NBA housewife. He told Diana she was never going to be some sorority chick that goes to college and that they're drug dealers. And this is who they was made to be. And Kane had me cracking up in this scene when he told Drew he was never going to be an NBA housewife. Because Drew just swore him and Everett was just going to go off and be together. And Everett's going to get drafted into the NBA and Drew's going to be right there by his side like, nah, you a drug dealer, boy. You was made to move dope. And I'm glad Kane told Drew the truth about himself. This scene had me rolling. Now we get to the next scene with Braden and his family, and Monet and Kane shows up at Braden's house, demanding their money back that they lost in the Ponzi scheme at Western Holdings. And this scene had me rolling. Kane came in there, he robbed Trace for his grandfather's watch. Then he took one of the paintings off the wall, talking about this will look good in Monet's kitchen. This scene had me cracking up. This shit was funny as hell. Monet tells Braden and his family that this is only a down payment, and she's coming back soon to collect the rest of their paintings if they don't have her money. And Braden's dad was pissed off about this. He told Braden that he was nothing like them, and he didn't have to live this lifestyle. And Braden had to let his dad know that his brother was one of the biggest crooks in family history, and he's going to act like he didn't suspect anything going on. And he storms out of the house after this conversation. Now, Kane and Monet is having a conversation about Effie, and Monet wants to know when was Kane going to tell her about Effie's arrest, and she wants to know if she could count on Kane to handle Effie. Kane tells Monet she doesn't got anything to worry about, and he tells her that Effie did snitch out on Tariq like he asked her to do, but she held it down and kept it silent with him. And Monet calls Kane pussy whip. And I'm not gonna lie, your girl Monet does have a point. Your boy Kane is pussy whipped. I'm telling y'all, ever since he smashed Effie, this boy don't know how to act. This boy been going out real bad for Effie. He been sipping real hard over her. Sneaking into the prison and dressing up as a lawyer to see her and all this stuff. Like, Kane is pussy whipped. Kane is going out bad over Effie. And hopefully, Effie doesn't be Kane's downfall in the future. Now we get to the next scene with Effie. And Effie is being moved into another cell in the prison. And as the CO walks off, the CO ends up leaving Effie's door unlocked so she could be attacked by one of the inmates later on in the episode. But Effie was able to counter the situation after she finds a burner phone under her cover with a text from Kane that reads Monet is trying to come after her and she needs to watch her back. And as the time goes by, we see somebody come in Effie's cell and try to attack Effie, but Effie was able to counter the attack and adjust to the situation. And your girl Effie was up in there fighting for her life. And I gotta give props to Effie, I'm not gonna lie. Effie was up in there standing on business, and she stood on all 10 toes and handled her business when it was time to fight. Now, Tariq meets up with Davis, and Davis tells Tariq he needs to listen to him and his crazy white uncle and not go out and start a war with Monet and the rest of the Tejada family. Davis tells Tariq that the feds got him on camera passing a note to Diana back in episode 8, and they have to find a way to get her charges dropped or else he goes down with her. Davis then tells Tariq that if Effie fold on him, they all going to be going to prison for a long time, and Effie needs to go. He also tells him that Lauren needs to go as well to prevent her from testifying against Effie. And Tariq had to tell Davis to chill out and that they can't be crashing out right now doing anything dumb that could jeopardize their freedom. Tariq asks Davis would they could get Lauren to recant her story. He explains to him that Lauren needs to feel like her life is going to be more at risk if she testifies against Effie. And Davis agreed with Tariq on this one. He tells Tariq that Lauren's parents just came back into town after they heard about Effie's arrest, and they could use this as their advantage to get Lauren to recant her story. But they're going to need Effie to do something that she doesn't want to do. Now, Tariq goes and visits Effie, and he tells Effie that she can't post bail right now because they can indict her anytime they want to within the next 3 months if they have enough evidence on her. And if she stays in jail, they're going to have to bring in a grand jury to indict her within the next 5 days. And once the charges are dropped against her, they most likely won't be able to charge her with anything moving forward. Effie doesn't agree with it at first, but she knows that Tariq wants something from her. And Tariq tells Effie that he needs that picture of Noma's daughter so they could get out of the game for good. Effie tells Tariq that she already found Noma's daughter and she knows where she located at, and she's not giving Tariq any information about it until he gets her out of jail. Now, Tariq meets up with Kane and Brayden, and Tariq tells him that he has a plan to get Lauren to change up her story against Effie so they won't indict her, and that plan is to get pictures of Lauren's parents and threaten her with it. Tariq explains to them that he's going to set up a meeting with them later on in the episode to meet up with Lauren, and Kane and Brayden will threaten Lauren with the photos of her parents in exchange for her and her parents' safety if she doesn't testify against Effie. They all agree with Tariq's plan, and Kane was over there showing off the watch that he took from Brayden's brother Trace earlier on in the episode. Talk about, let me just check when it'll be a good time to meet up and all this stuff. And Brayden was about to get ready to throw hands with Kane over that watch. And sooner than later, Kane and Brayden is going to throw hands. I'm calling it now. In season 4, Kane and Brayden is going to throw hands. Especially after what happened at the end of this episode when Brayden popped Kane. Yeah, Kane and Brayden is definitely about to have beef in this next season. And I can't wait to see what's next with these two characters. Now, Tariq calls Lauren, and he tells Lauren that she can't take the stand and testify because it wouldn't be safe for her. Lauren tells Tariq that she doesn't trust him because she told him that Sax was talking to Jenny and he was working with the feds. And now that Sax is dead, she believes Tariq has something to do with it. Tariq tells Lauren that Sax had multiple enemies and someone else took him out. He then tells Lauren that he has a plan to get her out from all this mess, and he wants her to meet up with him later on in the episode. Lauren doesn't agree with it at first, but Tariq was able to convince Lauren to meet up with him, and she agrees to meet up with Tariq later on in the episode. Now we get to the next scene with Lauren's parents, and Kane has decided to do the opposite of what Tariq said, and he actually went over to Lauren's parents' house, and he kidnapped them and held them at gunpoint. And Kane ass is always doing the opposite of what Tariq said. I swear, Tariq be having some good ass plans, but Kane always doing some dumb ass shit that be fucking up Tariq plans. I swear, one day Tariq gonna have to beat Kane ass for all the shit he been doing to him. Now, Tariq meets up with Lauren, and Lauren got pissed off when she seen Kane and Brayden at the meeting, and she pulled out that butter knife that she took from her kitchen like she was gonna do something with it. I swear, Lauren ass always putting out these low ass knives like that shit gonna hurt somebody. Lauren be having me cracking up. Now, Tariq tells Lauren that Kane and Brayden is there to make a deal with her, and Kane shows Lauren the photos of her parents kidnapped, and Lauren gets upset when she sees this. Tariq gets pissed off as well at Kane telling him that kidnapping Lauren's parents wasn't part of the plan. And Kane ain't trying to hear nothing Tariq got to say. Kane tells Lauren if she recants her story, he will forget about her like she never exists, and nothing will happen to her parents. Lauren tells Tariq and Kane that she needs to know for sure if Effie won't kill her if she does recant her story. But she tells Tariq if something happened to her parents, it's over for them. Tariq then asks Kane if he could let go of Lauren's parents so she could trust them, and Kane agrees to it, but he tells Lauren he know where to find her parents at just in case. And Lauren was pissed off about this. She was over there telling Tariq that Jenny and Blanca was right about him, and all the drugs and murders that happened on Stansfield connect back to him and all this and that. Like, yeah, Lauren, I'm sorry to say, but Tariq was lying to your ass. And I'm glad Lauren did the right thing later on in the episode and got up on that stand and told the opposite of what Jenny wanted her to do. Because things could have ended bad for Lauren if she did went on that stand and testify against Effie. But I'm glad she switched up her story and did the right thing. Now we get to the next scene with Rashad Tate. And Rashad Tate has got the news that the AVH has conceded the race. So it looks like your boy Rashad Tate is going to be the next congressman of New York City. And it's been a long time coming for Rashad Tate. I'm glad my boy finally became congressman because Rashad Tate been going at this for the longest. And I thought Rashad Tate was never going to win it. But Rashad Tate was able to beat the odds and he finally became the new congressman of New York City. Now, Davis shows up to the celebration, and Davis tells Tate that he got a bullet coming his way soon for snitching on Weston Holders in a Ponzi scheme, unless he get rid of Diana charges for her and get the feds off Davis back as well. Tate agrees to Davis' deal, and he tells Davis that he's going to need him to donate a large amount of money to his campaign. And while all of this is happening, Harper Benn is standing by, and she's overhearing the conversation between Rashad Tate and Davis McClain. And your girl Harper gets pissed off when she hear this shit. Harper stormed out of that building mad as hell, and one of the reporters was trying to get an interview with her about her and Rashad Tate now being engaged, and she wanted to talk about them being newlyweds and all this stuff. And your girl Harper wasn't trying to hear it. She told the reporter that her and Rashad Tate is over with, and their love story is done, and nobody don't want to hear that shit. And your girl Professor Bennett was heated. I'm not gonna lie, Rashad Tate might have to watch his back now. Because now that Professor Bennett knows the truth about him and knows that he's still doing this dirty shit that he was doing in the past, she might come after Tate and try to expose his dirt. So if I was Tate, I'd keep a close eye on Professor Bennett. Now, Kiki and Braden is having a conversation, and Kiki tells Braden she's leaving town, and today was her last day at Weston Holders. She then tells Braden that she knows his uncle Lucas wasn't a quitter, and the suicidal note that he allegedly wrote doesn't sound like him. And Braden had a dark-ass look on his face when Kiki told him this. He walked towards Kiki talking about, so what you trying to say? And your girl Kiki was scared as hell in this moment. I'm not gonna lie, it looked like Kiki wanted to cry. You could tell she was scared for her life right here in this moment. But she tells Braden that maybe he should get out of his life and leave it behind because he's starting to become a different person. But Braden tells Kiki it's a little bit too late for that. And Braden was honestly right about that. Braden is a whole different person now that he took out his Uncle Lucas. And Braden is about to become dark. And I'm expecting Braden to be very dark in season 4. I can't wait to see what happens next with this character development. Now we get to the next scene with Jenny and Lauren. And Lauren tells Jenny that she wants to talk to Effie before she testifies against her. Jenny tells Lauren she doesn't think it's a good idea for her to have a conversation with Effie. But Lauren had to let Jenny know she wasn't going to get up on that stand and lie for her, because she knows Jenny is trying to get back at Tariq and them for the death of Saxe. Lauren tells Jenny that Tariq wants Effie to keep her mouth shut and go away so that him and Lauren can be together. And if she wants Effie to flip on Tariq, then Jenny needs to let Lauren have a conversation with Effie before she testifies against her. And Jenny should have known right there and there that Lauren and Tariq was talking once Lauren told her about Tariq wanting Effie out of the picture. Like, Jenny, why you didn't use your common sense? Out of all the times it was time for you to put 2 and 2 together, use your common sense, you chose now not to do it. And this cost Jenny later on in the episode. Now, Lauren meets up with Effie, and Lauren tells Effie that her life has been crazy these last couple of months. And she wants to know if Effie tried to get rid of her so she could be with Tariq. Lauren explains to Effie that the feds dropped photos of her and Tariq at Stansfield kicking it with each other. And she wants to know what is that about. Effie tells Lauren that she didn't care about her, and she's never cared about her in the first place. She explains to her that this was only business, and Lauren threatened her future when she stepped out of her privileged lane. And if she gets up on that stand and testifies against her, things between them two would get personal real quick. And Lauren had to let Effie know that she's the one that holds the power in this situation, and she is not the same Lauren that she was before. And Effie almost fucked this up if you ask me. Cause why you in there talking reckless to her when you know that she holds the power to indict you and everybody else in the organization if she really wanted to? But I'm glad Lauren didn't testify against Effie on that stand, cause she really could have if she wanted to, cause Effie was in there talking shit. But Lauren stuck to her guns and she didn't testify against Effie on that stand. Get to the next scene with Lauren and Jenny, and now it's time for Lauren to get up on the stand and testify against Effie. And Lauren does the opposite of what Jenny wanted her to do. Lauren gets up on the stand and she tells the jury that she had an anxiety attack when she started to think about her brother, who also had anxiety attacks as well, and she crashed her car in the lake. And when she woke up in the hospital, Jenny Sullivan and the doctors told her that she was dead. And Jenny told her if she ever wanted to see her parents again, she's going to have to work for her and try to apprehend Tariq and the Tejada family. And Jenny was pissed off about this. Jenny threw the paperwork on her desk once she realized that Lauren has been compromised and Tariq and them got her to change up her story. Jenny was hot, and I'm not gonna lie, that's what Jenny ass get. Jenny can't be mad at nobody but herself, cause Saxe told her in episode 9 when he left that letter for her that if she keep going after Tariq and the Tejada family, that something bad is going to happen to her. And look what happened. You end up losing against Tariq and the Tejada family. Lauren got up on that stand and switched up her whole story, and now Lauren gets to go back to her normal life, and you don't got no case against Tariq and the Tejada family. Now we see Lauren reading a text from Tariq, asking if she's okay, and Lauren decides to throw away the burner phone that she had in the trash can before leaving New York City with her parents. And I honestly thought this was dumb as hell on Lauren, and I'm not gonna lie, I got a funny feeling that this phone about to come back up in season 4, cause Jenny did say that she had keys to access Lauren's parents' house. And I got a feeling Jenny is about to find that phone. Now, Tariq picks up Effie from jail, And Effie shows Tariq the photo of Noma's daughter like she promised. And Effie wants to know what's going to happen with her in this business once this is over. Tariq tells Effie that she's been on her own before and she could figure it out on her own like she always does. And Effie gets pissed off at Tariq for this. Talk about what happened to what you said in Italy about us being together and what about our future. And Tariq had to let Effie know that he can't trust her no more. And she went behind his back to Kane when she could have came to him instead. And I don't understand why Effie even thought her and Tariq was going to have something after the situations that occurred between them two. Like, Effie, you constantly backstab Tariq over and over and over again. You always doing some shicey shit. And you fuck Kane. Like, how the fuck you expect Tariq to take you back and you done fuck Kane already? Like, it's a done deal. All that shit that he said in Italy is dead now. Like, Effie, that shit died when you let Kane hit. And you can't be mad at nobody but yourself. Tariq tries to offer Effie a ride back to Stansfield. And she tells Tariq she'll find her own way back like she always does. And if I was Tariq, I wouldn't even offer Effie a ride. I wouldn't even got her ass out of jail. I would have let Effie ass stayed in there. But I understand why Tariq got her out of jail. It was for a greater cause. But he should have left her ass in the jail because Effie ended up doing some snake shit at the end of the episode. Now, Tariq meets up with Brayden. And he shows Brayden the photo of Noma's daughter that he was able to get from Effie. And Brayden tells Tariq that he's out of the business. He explains to Tariq that they ruin people's lives. And he's not made for it anymore. And Tariq gets pissed off at Brayden for quitting on her the last minute while he's trying to get out of the game and get from under Noma's thumb. But we know later on in the episode, your boy Brayden had a change of heart. Now Diana meets up with Tariq, and Diana tells Tariq that she needs to get out of the game, but Monet won't let her, and she thinks it'll be a good idea for Tariq to take her out. She explains to him that her and Drew wants Monet to pay for what she did to her father, and Kane will never find out about it if they hurry up and move fast. And Tariq should have known this was a setup the moment Diana was telling him to do this, do that, don't do it this way, do it that way. Tariq should have saw this coming, but he thought Diana was in on the plan as well to take out Monet, but she wasn't. And this almost cost him his life later on in the episode. Now Diana picks up Monet from her house, and Tariq is sitting outside the house as planned. And Monet starts to apologize to Diana for how she treated her over these years. She explains to her that when she gave away Zeke, it took something out of her, and she couldn't be soft on her and her brothers. She also tells her that Dylan was Lorenzo's idea, and he chose this life for them. And they raised them like soldiers because it was easier to see them that way and to protect them from the streets and the horrible things that come with it. Monet then tells Diana that she's only tough on them because she loves them, and she doesn't know any other way she could show it. And she's sorry for the way she's been treating them these last couple of years. And your girl Diana had a change of heart the moment Monet was telling her this. The moment Monet apologized, Diana had a change of heart. And this right here is what fucked up her and Drew plan. Diana tells Monet that they should go back in the house. And all of a sudden, we see a car roll up in front of the house and start shooting at Monet and Diana while they sitting outside in the car. Kane comes outside and he starts to shoot back, but he wasn't able to hit nobody. And as the car sped off, Tariq looks over and he notices that his mother Tasha was the one that shot Monet. And I'm not gonna lie, this scene had me hyped. I was happy as hell when I saw Tasha pull up in that goddamn soccer mom car and sprayed up the Tejada house. I'm not gonna lie, this scene had me hyped. Monet, that's what your ass get. That's what your ass get. But I don't understand how the fuck Monet survived them shots, though. I don't get how the hell Monet survived all them shots to her back. Monet ass should have been dead, but it is what it is. Now, Drew, Kane, and Diana is at the hospital, and apparently, Monet is in critical condition, but she's suspected to survive. Kane then asks Diana what happened, and Diana tells Kane that Tariq tried to kill Monet for sending Tommy after his mom. And this pissed me off. Kane was in there talking about something. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill Tariq. I'm gonna kill him. Like, nigga, Diana and Drew was the one that set up your mama to get killed. And we see a flashback from 4 days ago when the kids confronted Monet about killing Lorenzo. And Drew and Diana decided to come up with a plan to kill Monet for taking out their father by using Tariq to do it. And we find out that Diana's sneaky ass was the one that dropped off that letter to Tommy's mom's house with Tasha's address on it. And I'm not gonna lie, Diana and Drew, count y'all days, because y'all grimy as hell for doing Tariq like that. Tariq been nothing but nice and cool with y'all whole family, and y'all want to constantly keep going behind this boy back and doing some shady shit towards him? Count y'all motherfucking days. That's all I gotta say. Count y'all days. Now, Tariq meets up with Tasha, and Tasha want to know why was Tariq outside of Monet's house trying to kill her. Tariq tells his mom that there wasn't going to be any blowback from it, and Diana was in on the plan as well. Tariq tells Tasha that he lost his trust fund in a Ponzi scheme at Western Holdings, and Tasha gets pissed off when she hears this. Tariq then tells Tasha about Noma and how they've been working for her ever since she found out that Mecca was killed, and they've been taking over Mecca's spot in her organization as her New York City distro. Tasha tells Tariq there could be a way for him to get out, but it might be risky. She explains to him that with Monet's shot, she created a power vacuum, and he could use this to his advantage to get closer to Noma to learn about her business, then take everything over from her and take her out. And I honestly thought this plan would have worked out for Tariq if everybody didn't turn against him at the end of the episode. But Tariq wasn't able to go through with his plan. And his plan ended up getting exposed by Noma later on in the episode. Now we get to the next scene with Paz and Agent Young. And we get the return of another OG character from the original Power, Paz Valdez, better known as Angela Valdez's sister. And I'm not gonna lie, seeing these OG characters from the original Power brought back so many memories. And I really hope Starz does this more often and bring back some of the OGs from the original Power. Because I swear they bring a whole different type of vibe and feeling to these new spinoffs. And hopefully Starz could keep this momentum going and bring back some of the OGs from the original Power. Because we miss the OGs, bro. We like seeing the OGs around. So Starz, if y'all listening, bring back the OGs from the original Power. Now, Paz tells Junior that Sax left a letter for him. And in this letter, Sax left Junior a USB device. And I want to know what the hell was on this device. Y'all leave y'all comments and theories down below in the bottom. And y'all let me know what the hell was on this USB device. I got a theory that it might be the recording the night that Cooper Sax followed Tariq to his father's grave in episode 105. I got a feeling that recording might be on this USB device, or it might be some other shit. I don't know. But y'all leave y'all comments and theories down below in the comment box, and y'all let me know what's on this USB device. Now we get to the final scene of the episode, and Tariq decides to meet up with Noma to work out a deal to work with her side by side so he could learn the business and take over as a New York City distro when Noma elevates her business. Noma asks Tariq if he had anything to do with Monet's shooting, and Tariq tells her no, but Obi tells him that they heard different from somebody else. Then Kane, Drew, and Diana come in and talk about Tariq tried to kill Monet, and he almost tried to kill Diana as well when he shot at Monet. And Diana and Drew really pissed me off in this scene. I'm not gonna lie, they had me heated. I really wish Tariq would have clipped all of their asses when they was in that warehouse, but that's another topic for season 4. We're gonna talk about that later on in the future. As Kane is about to get ready to shoot Tariq, Tariq says Ian Covington, which is Noma's daughter's name. Tariq tells Noma that he knows where her daughter is at, and he has people watching her, and if she does anything to him or his family, he's going to send those people after her daughter. And Tariq thought he really had one up on Noma. I'm not gonna lie, he almost did. But in walks in Effie, and Effie told Tariq that she told Noma that Tariq was trying to get her daughter, and now they working together, doing business together. And this pissed me off as well as too, because I don't understand why the fuck Tariq would trust Effie. You've been knowing since season 6 of the original Power, Effie can't be trusted. Tariq is constantly trusting Effie over and over and over again, telling her certain stuff, and now look at you. Effie then backstabbed your ass once again. And Tariq, not like that. That's on you, bro. That's on you. And you better take her ass out next season in season 4 as well, too. Effie better not come back around again. You better take all these motherfuckers out. Now, as Kane is getting ready to pull the trigger on Tariq, your boy Brayden motherfucking St. Patrick Egan came through for your boy. And I'm not gonna lie, this scene had me hyped as fuck. Brayden really came in there, cut the lights off, and started shooting at everybody. And yes, he did shoot Kane. He did not kill Kane, but he popped Kane. He shot the gun out his goddamn hand. So for everybody that's saying Brayden killed Kane, knock it off. Brayden didn't kill Kane. He did shoot him, though. And Kane, that's what your ass get, because you did take that watch from Brayden's brother earlier on in the episode. So Kane, that's what your ass get for talking all that shit. You got your ass popped. And Brayden popped one of Noma's bodyguards as well, too, adding another body to his belt. And your boy Brayden came through for Tariq, and he was able to save Tariq and get him out of there before things ended up bad for Tariq. And I swear, this scene right here reminded me of Tommy and Ghost all over again. Tariq and Brayden is a new Tommy and Ghost 2.0. They not exactly like them, but they similar to him in my opinion. Now, Tariq wants to know how did Brayden know about the meeting he was having with Noma. And Brayden tells him Obi called him, saying that he owed Tariq a favor for getting him green cards. And your boy Obi came through for Tariq as well. Shout out to your boy Obi. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like Obi the first half of the season, because Obi ass was always talking shit, running his mouth like he was the boss of shit. And he was always doing too much when Noma wasn't around. But I see why now. Noma and Obi don't got the best relationship. And I honestly think Obi could be a good ally for Tariq in season 4. And hopefully Noma doesn't kill Obi for telling Brayden that Tariq was having a meeting with them and they was about to get ready to kill him. Shout out to Brayden and shout out to Obi, because they really came through for Tariq in the last minute. They came through for your boy. Brayden wants to know what they're going to do next. And Tariq tells Brayden he doesn't know. But it looked like they just started a fucking war. And I'm not going to lie, I can't wait for season 4. Season 4 is finna be epic. Tariq finna have bullets for the whole Tejada family. He finna have bullets for Effie. And he finna have bullets for Noma. Everybody that was in that warehouse that turned against Tariq, count y'all motherfucking days. My boy Tariq is about to turn up in season 4. Him and Brayden is about to turn up. And y'all about to realize why Tariq's last name is St. Patrick, goddammit. We about to see Tariq go full demon mode in season 4. And I can't wait to see what happens next. I can't wait to see everybody get dropped off because Tariq about to kill everybody. Tariq is about to smoke everybody. But I can't wait to see what happens next. But if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button and turn on your post bell notifications to get notified every time I upload a video. I will be uploading my own season 4 predictions and theories about certain things and certain topics that I feel like that's going to happen in season 4. So stay on the lookout for those videos that I have coming soon. But to everybody that supported me and watched my videos and subscribed to my channel, all I want to say is thank you. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, all I want to say is thank you. Thank you for supporting me and watching my videos. Thank you. Words can't explain how much I'm grateful for you guys. All I want to say is thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing if you are a subscriber. I will have more content dropping for you guys in the future, so just be on the lookout for that. But it's your boy DC. I'm out. I'll see you guys next time.